Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. I want to say good afternoon to my subscribers in the Philippines. Good evening to my subscribers in America and beyond. I always like to give a special welcome to my new viewers and new subscribers. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I would never take that for granted. I'm running a little late today. I went out, I was looking for me a laptop, and man, you would think that a laptop over here would be cheap and readily available. Hell, we're right over here by China, Korea, where they're making these damn things. Excuse me. But I had the damnedest time finding one. I haven't found one yet. I'm going to keep going. Maybe because it's in a small place like San Carlos. The guy tried to give me this story of there's a high demand because of the in-home schooling with the pandemic and blah, blah, blah. Man, I don't want to hear it, man. I'm not going to pay that absorbent price for that low quality of a computer. So I'm going to keep looking. My channel is for the new man and woman who's never been here to the Philippines, but has an interest in coming here. You know, my 11 years doesn't make me an expert or know it all, but it does give me a unique perspective. I like to share that with you, make your trip here more enjoyable and above all things safer. I'm boots on the ground. I'm right in the center of all this. It's for your benefit. Okay, and I'm always going to give you the nitty gritty. That's just exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. I'm never going to sugarcoat that. It's not going to start today. What I'm going to talk about today, I received an email from a 67-year-old American, and he's ready to, you know, pack it up and go back home. You know, his dream of retiring in the Philippines. He says it's over because the relationship ended. And before I talk about that, because I'm going to tell you what I told him, and then I'm going to tell you the same thing. I'm going to give you the same advice. A gentleman asked me about what should he do if he's a victim of a crime over here. The first thing you want to do is contact the local authorities, the local police. Make sure you get a police report. And then you contact the nearest U.S. embassy, which is in Manila, or the nearest U.S. consulate, which is in Cebu. Let them know what happened. It's not a whole lot they can do for you. They can't replace a stolen passport. They'll contact a family back home. They can help you to obtain medical care, although they're not going to pay for it. They will point you in the direction of a English-speaking Filipino lawyer. They don't pay any legal fees. They do not represent you in court. They will not translate for you, okay? But they can, you know, help you get a new passport. And also, you know, in the event you do have to pay for a medical emergency or something like that. See, certain states, I don't know if you knew it or not, but certain states have a reimbursement program for their citizens who have emergencies overseas. That's something you may want to check on now if you're here before you get over here. But that's what you want to do. Contact the local authorities, then contact the embassy or the consulate. Okay. Another thing was, gentleman asked me, he said, you know, Calvin, my first visit, I want to make it for 30 days, but if I decide to stay for 60, what do I do about my plane ticket? Well, sir, all you have to do is call the airlines. Give them plenty of time now. You don't want to call them the day before, but maybe a week out, you know you're going to stay. You call them and you tell them you want to reschedule your return trip. And if you get lucky like I did first time I came over here, there was no service fee, Korean Air, because the new date and my original date, the price of the ticket was the same. And they didn't even charge me a service fee. But a lot of times you have to pay that service fee, which is like $200, and then the difference between the price. Okay, if the ticket is lower, you don't have to worry about it, but if it's higher, you have to pay that. So that's all you do, sir, if you decide. You know, don't let your ticket expire and then buy a new ticket. You don't want to do that. He also asked about cellular service over here. Well, right now, there's only two major cellular services here. One is Smart Cellular, one is Globe Cellular. And what I would suggest you do when you get over here, if you don't want to buy I mean, if your phone is still locked and you've got a payment plan back in the United States, because you definitely don't want to come over here roaming, okay? But if you got an unlocked phone, you can just buy the SIM card, put it in your phone like what I'm using now with my iPhone. Or you can just buy what I call this throwaway phones, man. You pay about 300 to 400 pesos for them little bitty phones that, you know, your grandmother carries around. And you just buy one of them because, you know, and just text and use that. But, yeah, cellular. And you can buy a load anywhere from 20 pesos all the way up, really. But it's pretty good service, and you're not going to have a problem with that. All right. Now, today I received an email from a gentleman. He's a 67-year-old American, and he had a dream of coming to the Philippines and retiring. Okay. And he got over here, you know, he met the girl, the relationship didn't work out. So now he's brokenhearted. He's ready to go home. You know, he said, Calvin, you know, is there any suggestion that I have? You know, and I said, you know, first of all, you know, you're a grown man, and really there's nothing I can tell you, man. If you really want to go home, you know, go ahead and go home, and you know what's best for you more than I do. I said, but you know, the first mistake people really make when they come over here is they think they can come over here and retire. Man, you don't come to the Philippines to retire. You come over here to rejuvenate, okay? When you start fooling with these young women over here, you start tweaking your diet, you're getting active, and you're getting the sunshine all the time, man, you're not going to retire, okay? Second of all, you didn't come here 18 hours on another hemisphere, in a new time zone, new culture and all that, just to quit at the first sign of defeat. You're going to let one failed relationship send you packing. You know, I can only keep it on myself. I'm only going to give you my boots on the ground experience. Man, listen, I gave up too much to allow that to happen, man. I gave up a good career, my family, my friends, all my contacts, man. Everything to come over here and recreate my life, okay? I'll be damned if I'm going to let one bad relationship or one bad anything send me back home, because I know what's waiting for me back home. See, when I get back home, if I left today and I got back home, my friends and family, they'd be happy to see me for about a week. Then after that, it's back to normal. My phone goes dead. You know, I'm sitting around twiddling my thumbs, doing the same thing, worrying all the time, going back to work on a job that, you know, I'm really sick of. Even though I love it, you know, all the stress and strain that goes along with it, all the demands, my phone ringing off the hook. See, that's what's waiting for me. But see, I'm a real expat. See, in real expats, man, we know why we're here. We're adventurous, man, and something as simple as that is not going to send us back home. I didn't come all the way over here to lose, man. You know, how many days, man, I'm going to tell you something. When I first got over here, when I first made up in my mind that I was going to live here and never go back, only to visit, have I wanted to give up. But something would happen that would make me just stay one more day, man. We can do anything for 24 hours, man. You know, until now, man, I've hit the sweet spot. A lot of us have, man, where everything has fallen in place. But had I went on and left, I'd be back probably as a greeter at Walmart, or maybe rotting away in some nursing home at home. That's really all I got waiting for me when I get back, okay? So, reevaluate while you're here. There's going to be ups and downs. Things are going to be rocky at first. You know, you're in a whole new country. You didn't think you were just going to come over here and everything was going to fall into place for you. Some of us are lucky like that, but most of us, like me, are not. You know, we have to get stung a few times before we hit that sweet spot. See, because I'm in the sweet spot right now with the relationship, with the location, with the cost of living, see, the housing, and all of that, man. I've hit that sweet spot, and I'm not going to give it up if one thing goes wrong. See, one thing I can tell you about the Philippines, everything that happens over here goes to teach us one thing, and that's patience. Patience, patience. As Americans, because I'm speaking to him, he's an American. We don't have a lot of patience, many of us, because everything happens like this for us in America. You want a driver's license, boom. You want a job, boom. You want a marriage license, boom. Over here, everything comes to a grinding halt. It's slow, it's methodical, but I tell you what, it will teach you patience, and patience is a virtue. And once you get it over here, man, and you make it up in your mind that no matter what, I'm not going to quit, things will start turning around. Let me give you my story. March, I left here, St. Carlos City, on a natural high, March the 9th. I arrived in Zamboanga City, March the 10th, for my son's birthday, March the 10th. His birthday is March the 14th. I was going to be there no more than a week and come back. Wrong. The pandemic hit. They locked me down. I had to stay in Riverville. This is a little compound for government workers in Zamboanga City. Staying with her mother on the second floor in this little 6x9 room that I eventually had some carpenters come over and put the new drywall and just things like that, just to make it comfortable for me to live there. As comfortable as you can in a 6x9 room. And you talking about going crazy, man. I almost lost my mind. It's the reason I started this channel. That's the number one reason, to stop from losing my mind. Okay, but every day I would say to myself, man, the minute they let me go, I'm going back home. I can't deal with this. There's no air condition. You know, there's rats because they live, that's why they call it Riverville. They live by the river. You talking about, I haven't been tested like that in many, many years. But guess what kept me going? Knowing what's at home waiting for me. That's what kept me going. And then also my compelling why, man. I gave up too much. I'm 57, man. I probably, if I'm lucky, I've got 10, 15 good years left in me, man. And I'll be damned if I'm going to live it on somebody else's terms. It's going to be on my terms. Okay? I'm going to go out the way, I'm going to go out fighting. I'm going to live my life the way I want to live it these last 10 or 15 years. Okay? I'm going to ride this thing until the wheels fall off. You know, I can't let one little thing stop me. And I'm not going to let it happen, but every day it got a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better to finally, you know, I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, man. They gave me the, you know, I had to pay 5,500 pesos for that swab test, but I didn't care. I had to get the police authorization, the medical certificate. I had to get permission from the local government officials here to come here. Then I had to do a 14-day quarantine when I arrived, man. None of that mattered to me. I didn't care because I knew why I was here. See? And that's what I'm saying to you, brother. You know, reevaluate. You know, to anybody that's looking at my video today and thinking about packing it up and going back home, man, it's going to be hard times over here. This is the Philippines. It's supposed to be hard over here. You didn't think it was going to be easy, did you? But you can do anything for 24 hours. And that's what I'm suggesting that you do. You didn't come 18 hours halfway around the planet to lose. If you show some patience, if you show some fight, the same fight, man, that made you 67 years old, man, you know, you're going to be okay. You're going to come out on the other end, man. I don't want to sound like I'm preaching. I don't want to sound like Anthony Robbins or something like that. I'm just telling you my boots on the ground experience, guys. It's not easy over here, but it's worth it. You know, I'll do anything, you know, before I have to go back to that matrix, man. You know, and all that hate and all that violence. I know what's waiting on me back there, man. And over here it's a lot better no matter what I have to go through over here. It's a lot better, okay, than over there. All right? So I want to thank you for stopping by, man, you know. And I get excited sometimes and I want to apologize, but the bottom line is, man, you know, you can't give up over here. But you can go home at any time. See, that's the good thing about it. You know, but I'm going to give it all I got. Because when you do that, eventually you're going to hit that sweet spot, man. It's all going to fall in together, and you're going to be like, oh, man, this is the reason I came here, see. Yeah, see, I'm living a life now I never even knew existed. The best I've ever known. And you think I'm going to give it up because some woman don't want me anymore, because it's 100 degrees outside, because somebody out there may have called me a Negro or something like that? No, it's going to take more than that to dislodge this man. See, I escaped the burning house out from over there. You think I'm going to walk back in the burning house, man, and die? Because that's what I do if I go home. No, I'm going to stick here, you know, and glad I did, because like I said, man, I'm on the other side now. And that's what I got to tell you, brother. Look, go on back home if that's what you want to do. I can't stop you. But if I were you, I think about everything I gave up. You know, many of us, man, we've sold our homes back there. We've, you know, quit our jobs, man. We've left our families, everything behind to come over here to recreate our life, to live his dream. You know, our plans have come together, and we just ain't going to let something like that turn us around. All right? So if you're in America, it's late, man. I hope you help somebody today. And if you're still out there, late grocery run, beer run, weed run, just got off second shift, man, see somebody on the street, give them a couple of dollars, man. Buy them something to eat. Buy them something to drink. We need each other right now. The stimulus checks, I haven't got mine yet, so it means a lot of people haven't gotten theirs yet. We still need some help, man. If you're in the Philippines, it's about 12 noon. We got the whole rest of the day. Find somebody to help. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for all your kindness, your generosity, your support of Sunshine Shoulders. All I can do is continue to do these vlogs as long as they're helpful, as long as they're useful. Thank you.